Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States. And well, we are still under a state-ordered stay-at-home order, a quarantine here in the great state of Michigan, and us and about 20 other states. Roughly half the population in the United States is under a mandatory quarantine already. And so welcome to my backyard. Anyway, but I do have some things I think that are of interest to talk to you about. First of all, Beverly and I are well. We have no health issues, and so we're fine. Everything's good. As far as I know, everyone who's in our family is okay. The kids are okay. The grandkids seem to be okay. So the whole family's doing well. As far as I know, and that's good. So one of the things I guess I wanted to reminisce a little bit. If you look behind me, you're going to see some trees silhouetted back there with no leaves yet, because it's March 26th, and yeah, it's the 26th because we've been in quarantine for 2 weeks, 14 days today. And no problem, we haven't killed each other, so. Anyway, those trees back there, for those of you who have been with us since the beginning, those are actually the apple trees from the Johnny Appleseed episode in, I believe that was season 1. So, almost 7 years ago, or it will be 7 years ago this summer. So, that's where that is. And also you're going to notice all this dead grass behind me. There was an episode about that too. This is from the gardening, Till in the Garden episode. And as I mentioned previously, we will be growing a garden again this year. And there's been some stuff in the news recently about victory gardens. And the term victory garden really began around towards the end of World War I, and it was about producing food that was in relatively short supply for a variety of reasons during the war, and then it was repopularized during World War II. Well, recently, I mean, they've used that same theme, the victory garden, as a means of providing food for people who are a little food anxious. I mean, it's really I don't know if it's if it's really a problem physically or if it's just an anxiety issue. But there have been news articles about the promotion of victory gardens. And again, for those of you who follow us fairly closely, you may remember that 7 months ago, one of our last episodes in DC before we left was about the Victory Garden. They had a mocked up, if you will, but still very real Victory Garden growing there along the side of the Smithsonian Institute. One of the institutes, I forget which one it was. I think it may have been Natural History, but whatever, doesn't matter. So we did do an episode about Victory Gardens, and basically it's a way of providing at least some of your food yourself. Now, I understand that many of you live in an apartment in a highly populated metropolitan area, and it's not a practical thing, and okay, it is what it is. For those of us who live, as we do now, in an individual house with a yard, I think it's a good thing. I think, growing a garden is nice. It does help produce some food. It does save a little bit of money. Because there are certainly some expenses involved in gardening, but it saves some money. But and it lets you know, there's so many reasons for doing it. It lets you know what you're eating. I grew this, I know what's in it. And I canned it or froze it or whatever. I know what's in that container. So those are good things. But more than that, it's good for the soul. It's I don't know how else to put it. It's comforting, it's cathartic. So growing things, doing something, other than playing video games. And I love video games, don't get me wrong, so does Bev. I'm not saying anything bad about video games, but it's not productive. this gives you something else to do for, you know, a big part of the year that is productive. You get some level of exercise depending on how much effort you put into it, and it produces something that gives you satisfaction when you're growing it and satisfaction when you're eating it. You know, you pop open a freezer container of pumpkin for Thanksgiving and you go, hey, we did this, you know. So it makes you feel good. So again, it's the end of March, so April just around the corner. What's that going to be, another 5 days or so? And so soon we will be doing probably another episode of tilling the garden, since everybody seemed to enjoy seeing me till the garden last time. And I anticipate, if I can get the equipment, doing it the same way I did before with a tractor and a tiller. Hopefully that business will be open, because I don't know if they're considered essential or not. Certainly I would think they are, but you know, that's my opinion. Anyway, assuming we can get that equipment, we'll be tilling the garden soon, and then we'll be planting the garden. Now, we got a pretty big lot here. It's 3/4 of an acre, and we, well, last time we did this, we put in 11,000 square feet. Now, for a variety of reasons, we'll be putting in probably a little bit less than that, but not a lot. You know, maybe 10,000 square feet or 9,000 square feet, because there's a patch that I'm going to leave fallow this year out of that. But still, a substantial garden. And you know, I don't know, maybe I'll have enough I can sell some. I don't know. Certainly, I'll be able to share with friends, relatives, neighbors. That'll be nice. But I will be moving around some stuff that kind of got away from us during our time in DC, like the black raspberries and plants that need to be removed. Anyway, so that's the plan. And as you can see, winter is finally coming to an end. It ain't pretty yet, but at least I'm not bundled up in the big heavy coat, and Bev isn't shivering while she's trying to film me. So anyway, we're doing good. It's been a week since our last episode. I thought I should check in, let you know that we are still okay. Everything's fine. We got lots of everything we need, so that's not an issue. And we are, you know, anticipating what we're going to do in the future. In fact, we dug out all of our seeds that we had, you know, stored away, and we're going to start going through those today and seeing what we've got and what we may still need. I recently received my rutabaga seeds that I ordered in the mail. Those came, and some tomatoes and some basil came as free gifts along with it. That was nice. The folks at Seeds and Stuff, Seeds and Such, I guess it is. They sent us a little freebie there. Anyway, so we're going to be going through the rest of the stuff. I planted some beans in a pot indoors a week and a half ago, I guess, and they're up about this high. I don't know if they're going to make it, folks. They're potted in the house, and I'm just doing it so I can grow something, and it's fun. It makes me feel good. So anyway, I hope that you found that interesting. Again, with being on lockdown, it's going to be in the house or in the yard for a while, and I think it's going to be quite a while. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know how you're doing. You got questions or comments, I always enjoy those. And just stop in and say hi. Bev and I always love hearing from everybody. If you're new here, well, welcome. Please consider clicking subscribe to come along for the adventure, whatever it may be. And as always, folks, well, thank you for watching.